Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Off-Air Podcast with Slater and Marjo. Nick Teti's here. He's a big bad firefighter, and he was born with gigantism.
So I don't know if he was born with it or it's just gifted
Tested
upon
for
you
He was tested for
by
it.
the heavens above.
We're going to talk about firefighting in 2025. We're going to talk about why firefighters don't have beards. We're going to talk about drinking.
The Karen Read trial.
Karen Read
Good
comes
wedding
up.
DJs.
DJ
So much more.
What makes a good wedding DJ and so much more.
Yeah. And today's episode is brought to you by Tommy's Compost Service. It's a food scrap pickup service. Think curbside recycling, but for your food waste. Eat it, put it in the compost bucket, and bring it to the curb, and Tommy's Compost will come and pick it up for you. Tommy'sCompost.com to learn more.
I feel like it's also weird. Like,
that's another one.
What?
Mine as well.
Is it mine or is it mine?
It's might as well.
Oh, I had one a completely different word.
Yeah.
Is it? We'll play it by ear or play it by year?
Ear.
I think it's ear, right?
It's definitely ear.
It's not played by ear.
No, play
the
it by
way
ear, meaning like you just hear.
Play it by ear. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
but like
Are we rolling?
see.
All right, ready? I hate to be that way. I just feel like such.
You're being very radio-y right now,
Yeah,
Slater.
I am, dude. I know.
You're like
I
3,
know,
2, 1. I feel like you could just start it. And
Marjo's
we
working
wouldn't know.
on me with that. I know.
Oh, is it on? Are we going?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, see, there we go.
We
I didn't even know.
Go.
All
Well,
right.
that's, we
Yeah.
just start.
Yeah, but I do have something for you, Slater.
Oh, we're going to start with presents?
Yeah, we got to start with. You guys didn't toast your first episode of your new adventure,
You're right, we did not.
so I got some non-alcoholic whiskey
Oh,
because
wow.
I figured
Wow.
non-alcoholic.
Stop.
That's
Katie,
awesome.
that's
Thank you.
so nice.
Well, Marjo, we're having grab bag.
I picked
but
a really.
I
It was
also
a long night last night.
am very intrigued. Yeah, you're gonna ride the horse again. I'm also very intrigued to know if non-alcoholic whiskey even remotely tastes like whiskey, or it's just a full.
We're gonna find out.
blown. Yeah.
I've only had the
Go.
non-alcoholic.
You gotta go in the grab bag. And,
Beer.
oh, you can't look. Yeah. You gotta pick up. Yeah.
Well, I know that Tito's is glass, so I'm really hoping that Tito's
Get a
is.
good grab bag, booby.
This one is square, so that's got to be
Get a
some
good-
kind of whiskey. All right, I'll just take one.
You're ruining grab bag.
99 whipped.
You got a horrible one.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
That's wild. This smells like booze, dude.
Does it? I haven't.
Doesn't
didn't
it smell like booze?
You felt. I didn't roofie it. That's why I kept it fully clothed. I didn't take. Oh yeah, kind of smell like whiskey.
Oh boy.
A little cedar. Okay.
All right.
I know what I bought, but I
I mean,
still
I haven't taken
don't
a
know
shot
where
of
they're
alcohol
located.
in 2.5 years. So
I got high school
Crazy if it was.
alcohol.
Come on.
Goldschlager.
Come on. I
High school. Are
the
you gonna?
liquor
can't get
replacement.
this
Are
open.
you gonna do it in the cup?
I should have worn my.
To Chris in your second episode, I'm the
got
Derek
s-
Jeter of this.
Had I
thing.
known
We
you were
got-
gonna wear that shirt, I would have changed.
I'm the
up
Derek
Whitney, but-
Jeter of. Oh God, it's.
Yeah, number 2, the
I
captain.
know, Derek.
Don't use your teeth for tools.
Oh, my hands weren't working.
This episode of the Off Air Podcast is being brought to you by Ritual Whiskey Alternative. For
Yeah, see,
those
I
who
might have
are
got you.
99
on the
whipped.
wagon.
I might have got you a sponsor,
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
or you could get sponsored by Goldschlager.
Yeah.
Ruining high school kids' lives everywhere.
Well, cheers to
Nick
episode
Teti.
2.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
That's-
Oh
See-
wait, are we taking them out? I don't have my coffee mug, so that's okay.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Can't pour it back in.
Cheers.
Episode-
Thank you.
cheers.
Thank you.
Episode 2.
Thank you. Bottoms up.
Yep. Tastes like.
I gotta be honest with you, Brian. That tastes like pure gasoline.
Oh, it really tastes like. It really tastes like.
God, that was
Whiskey?
really bad, Tati.
Yeah, doesn't it taste
No,
like bad
it tastes
decisions?
It tastes like flat.
This
Yeah.
does.
It
This
tastes
is
like-
exactly what bad decisions
tastes like ginger.
It tastes like regret.
99
No.
whipped.
Possibly a more. Well, I figured Slater.
I'll
I
have
listened.
another one just because.
I listened to.
Oh boy, this is a slippery slope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fill it up again.
Yeah.
Fill it up again.
Slater has to have a conversation with Jackie. He's like, no, it's not alcoholic. You don't get it. He's like, no. She's like, you're drinking an awful lot of that whiskey lately.
God, I'm chasing watermelon, or I'm chasing whipped cream vodka with
With a-
water.
With
This
a
is kind of
seltzer?
growing on me.
Regular water.
Well, I figured I did my homework and I wanted to listen to the first one. And I heard your alpha talk, and I figured, what's more alpha than non-alcoholic whiskey?
I love it. I love it.
You know what I mean?
Nick Teti, everybody.
Like if you're gonna be
Nick
an
Teti.
alpha,
A man who wears many hats.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be an
DJ
alpha,
DJ
and
Wet
not a
Thighs.
beta,
I mean, firefighter,
Pittsville firefighter.
personal trainer, dog lover, Instagram famous, been featured on Barstool.
Oh, that's right. You were on Barstool.
Well, the dogs were.
Oh, no,
wasn't.
I'm sorry. The dog.
No, yeah, I hoard my dogs out for
Miss
a like.
Peaches.
Yeah, for Miss Peaches.
Yeah.
A very famous dog.
I text Nick Teti at 5 o'clock in the morning and go, oh my God, the dogs are on Miss Peaches' page.
Yeah,
now they're on Portnoy's page. I was so excited.
I didn't even know that. Like, I obviously I didn't just randomly take a picture with them, but I was like, oh, just tag it because that's what I saw
what you
people
do.
doing.
Yeah, totally.
And I didn't know it was going to be sold. So, sometimes like the
takes a
liquor
while.
stores have like, only in big cities
Yes.
you can get stuff. So
Yes.
I just saw it that day and I was like, whoa, this is Miss
know.
Peaches stuff? Guess you sold me.
Yeah,
I had to get it.
that's how it works.
And, they're street legal to drink, so it's fine.
You're allowed.
Yeah.
What would you rather do? Fight a fire, DJ a wedding, or golf? 36 holes.
I already know. I know the answer to
It's
this
probably-
question.
Do you?
It's probably golf.
golf.
Yeah, it's golf. It's golf.
100% golf.
I mean, fighting a fire is fun to do your job, but
yeah.
I think the older you get, you realize you went and tried to help out, but someone else's life is completely ruined.
Yeah.
And so
That's
you're like,
so
you don't
true.
really want to necessarily.
Do that.
Well, it's not that you don't want to do it. You want to put it out and stuff, but you're not like. I think maybe the older you get, you start realizing like, man, that house had a mortgage.
Yeah.
That might have been
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Like what? Oh, their stuff's gone now.
Yeah.
Like when you're 25, you're just like, I can get new stuff. It's no
Yeah,
big
you don't
deal.
think about it in the same
You're
terms
like,
as
yeah.
an adult.
The only reason why I asked that, I was on a ride along years ago, and one of the guys was like, "Oh man, I hope we get a ripper tonight." I didn't know how collectively, or how individually, you guys felt about fighting fire, in terms of being fun or whatever.
When you get because we live together, so it's kind of like
Such a unique.
it's
job.
you're kind of like a reality show that doesn't get filmed.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
It's like I would say
There's a lot of drama up there.
Tacoma FD
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
pretty spot on with firehouse
Yeah.
just silliness
Yeah.
and so when you get a fire you can be annoyed at someone or something, but then everyone works together, and then you're kind of like, all right,
Yeah. It's really
everyone's
like a family
pumped up
type.
after,
Yeah.
again, you say pumped up, but you're also not trying to be,
yeah.
someone's life is ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their life is shitty right now, and we're like, yeah, we put the fire out.
Right.
You don't want pictures in the paper
It's
of
it's like-
smiling and high-fiving someone's
almost like
house
bitter-
burning down.
Yeah.
It's almost like bittersweet, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Obviously, you probably save some people's lives, hopefully save part of their home, but then the flip side is this is the worst day of somebody's life,
Yeah.
I
I mean, most of the stuff we do is possibly the worst day of
Yeah.
their life. So
Yeah.
even if it's, I don't know, they fell off the toilet, that could be the worst day of their life.
What
I
with
mean,
the living and working together situation? So I know Pittsfield specifically just added a couple women to the fire department, which I think is awesome. Did that change up the dynamic a ton or not really?
Other than I think they had to now separate bathrooms.
Logistically, there was some changes.
They put up a wall when wherever now it's
Yeah.
this is if you're working with one of the ladies, it's well, that's probably their bathroom today.
Yeah,
But-
gotcha.
I mean, they are great. They don't. It's to me, it's not really much different. I grew up hanging out with women.
Yeah.
So it's not. They have
I hear
good
ya.
senses of humors. They're not.
Yeah, I don't think you get into that line of work if you can't hang with the boys,
Yeah, I mean, hang with they're probably some of them are probably tougher than the boys.
I believe that.
I mean, I wouldn't rank myself as a
Alpha male?
alpha firefighter. Yeah, I'd be.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Really?
I'm no, I'm definitely not alpha. I don't think I'm type 1.
No.
I always I was I'm probably
Your beta, in terms of
no, I'm probably a Bertha, but if I was a kid again, I'd
Wait,
be
what's
a
a
Lenny.
Bertha?
I was probably.
Have you heard that term before? What's a
no-
Bertha?
it's the in between, right?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Oh, no.
I just a Bertha. I probably was annoying coming out. I was probably in there too long. You know, I probably annoyed my mom before I was already born. Like, she probably had 9 trimesters for me. So like,
you were a large child, right?
Yeah, so I probably was like, like the punching the arm to say like, hey, and you're like, what did you just do? Like, you think you're just being fun and like a birthday, you know?
Okay.
I don't know.
Because you're outgoing. Is that?
Yeah, like maybe like resting
characteristic?
bitch face. I would say Bertha. I've been called resting bitch face DJing before.
Yeah.
What?
I'd like to think it was from concentrating, but I was.
You
a lot
definitely
of
have
times
resting
just
bitch face on
picking
a road detail.
Yeah, see?
You
Yeah.
do?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
I don't mean to do it. It's just
and
it's like
when you're in the
resting
honor
bitch
guard,
face.
you have
Well, that's a
honor
big
guard,
deal.
you're supposed
You gotta
to be
keep
like
it blocked in.
Yeah.
You gotta keep
like
it
you're
buttoned
not
up.
like I like when we wear sunglasses because you can kind of peek. Like when you're no sunglasses, you're just like Like if you were at doing casket watch, like theoretically the really honor guard way, it's like just stand still, like you're a England's
Like
Knights
Buckingham,
Guard type thing, and no like acknowledgement or head nods or hey what's up or you're just like stoic.
So the opposite of when I see you at a detail, I'm like, Teddy! Like,
Well, I mean, I don't think there's rules to details.
Right, a little bit different.
Maybe I'm just not happy doing the detail. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been told that DJing before. Like people have been like, "What's your problem?" I'm like, I don't know why. They're like, "You look so mad." I'm like, "I look mad right now."
Yeah.
I'm like,
I don't think I've
I
ever
don't know.
seen you
I think I'm just trying to decide between the 9 requests for a Lil Wayne song from one person and another request from another person. I don't know.
Yeah, you love that too, Slater, right? The requests at a wedding.
You know what would make this dance floor just crush right now?
It's
there's always that guy at a wedding. I was at a wedding the other day and I was helping out the DJ and there comes the guy. There's that guy. And I could tell by just the way he looks. It's like, that's going to be the guy who's going to come up and be like,
tell
you know
from
what kills us right now?
Like I had a couple friends get married. Marjo aficionated one of them.
Oh,
once.
yeah.
And
that was my first wedding.
I was in there as an aficionado, as reverend.
Were we talking about
deacon.
Julius?
Yes.
Yeah.
Deacon
He did call me Father Marjo in his speech, his best man speech.
I was the best man. So I was out there the day before talking to the DJ with Julius and he's going through music and stuff. And in my head, I'm like, don't tell the DJ things to play. Cause don't
do it.
But I mean,
this DJ was like a strip club DJ.
Oh yeah, he started music hard.
It was
like
amazing.
we sat down to like appetizers, and he's like, let's get this place. He's like, we'll get the dance floor started. And then he played a song we told him to play for our buddy after we start drinking, and he's like, if you play this song, he'll like put on a show. He played it first. Like he played it when we
right off the rip.
we like sat down and he like looks over and he's like, I really got to do this now.
Like
and I
salads were out on the
was
table.
like, I specifically said when we were drinking, and like the whole like cocktail music was like hard bass.
I think I'm
like,
buzzed from
like,
this, by the way.
Well, it's 99.
It's 100 proof.
Yeah. I don't feel anything.
No, it's 1 before. It's 100 minus 1.
Okay, right.
You're good.
Sorry, go ahead.
This is growing on me though.
Slater's just gonna,
You got him hooked on that. He has a very addictive personality, so now this is going to be. He's going to be drinking it on the radio show at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Jack and Cokes, but he's like, it's fine. It's legal. It's fine.
There's a burn to it.
It's fine. Yeah,
So
that's what the guy told.
I think
spilled some.
Yeah, I think that's the ginger in it. Yeah,
you're the first person to spill on our table.
some
That our producer Ryan worked so hard on. Ryan,
I missed the table.
This table's a bowling alley.
I home runned it right onto me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't table it at all.
Am I just drinking this right out of the bottle? Is that what's happening?
No, you can.
If you want to take a.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
This table is a section of an old candlepin bowling alley. Was it candlepin or 10-pin, Ray? 10-pin?
Yeah, it's got a history. Like I said, it's like you knew a man had fingers that smelled of Chesterfields and hard labor, and every Thursday night he went to the bowling alley and ripped some heaters down the lanes while ripping heaters, because back then you definitely could rip heaters while ripping heaters.
Yeah. When I first started bartending, you could still smoke in bars. And it was the cause of so many fights, I can't even tell you. And I used to work with this guy, Sam Simon. God love him. He's a local legend here. Still bartends at the Forge to this day. I'm telling you, when that kitchen closed at 9 o'clock, that guy lit up a cigarette, and he had one burning the rest of the night. There was always a cigarette going in there.
Why cigarette fights? booze
Because
when it
people
calls
would
the
burn,
fights?
people would burn, people would
Oh.
bump into each other.
Yeah.
Somebody would ash on somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody would
Yeah.
burn somebody's clothes
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
because it was packed in there.
I forgot. Like there was probably a point of like you go out and you're like eating, or you're at a bar
Yeah.
and you're just like, does everyone have? I'm assuming there was just like 45 ashtrays everywhere.
Oh,
'Cause
everywhere.
where-
That was part of
where
our
you
job was to
where
empty
you
them.
ash. Like you're
Yeah.
not just like
Yeah.
putting. You're like
People are just ashing
just
everywhere.
ripping cigarettes
Yeah.
and that was probably a fun time to drink.
Well, it was the depot.
That was
That was one of the first times Sadie and I
Oh.
met.
I
I was bartending a not legal poker game.
I remember that nice establishment where you that those places were like whenever you guys had a band, like did you ever know, like the band is so loud,
Yeah.
you're just
can't
like,
even.
why am I here right
Yeah.
now?
Yes.
Like, but when you're 21, you fight through the sound. Like
Right.
I would try to order a beer from Marjo, and I'd be literally like, I want a Bud Light. And she'd be like, this far away. She's like, what? What, a Bacardi? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Just a Bacardi. I don't care. Hand me something with booze in it. And she's like, what? I'm like, and a train's going by. A train's going
It
by.
was an old train station.
And you're like, how is a train not derailed and
Yeah.
murdered 47
I just
people?
said that this morning.
Or you're just drunk and you're like, what's this?
Yeah.
These train tracks? Oh, I bet you nothing comes down the track. What
the
is
vodka
that?
is making me sweat.
But like the
Dude, that's so
band
funny.
in there, I don't know, because it was like, it had the opening up the middle. And I don't know why, like, our local band, like maybe other towns have different local bands. I feel like they don't sound check like, hey, let me walk out
No.
here.
There was
And
no-
now you
there
guys
was
play
no sound
something,
check. There was
and I'm
no-
going to stand here, and you're like, well,
There was
man,
no sound checks happening.
man, it's a little like we can bring it down a little bit. Like we'll
Right.
bring it to a 4. We're at a 14 right now. We need a 4, and then like you go back around, and you're like, okay, now
That's
people,
how you know you're old because you're complaining about the volume.
No,
of
it happened to
music,
me
right?
last year at Thanksgiving Eve. I met my girlfriend. She has a younger sister, like 25, and they were going to the Shire,
Yeah.
and there was a band, and it looked like really fun. You know, I was like, oh yeah, young people having fun, and I got a drink, and the band started playing, and I was like, what? I was like, I'm going home. She's like, why? I was like, I can't hear. She's like, you're just gonna sit and
I can't
like
believe
have a conversation.
You went
I'm
out the
like, I
night
can't.
before Thanksgiving.
Well, I'd have to work on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
So,
okay.
well, no, this is like 6:30.
Got you.
This is not old school.
Got you.
Like stumbling to the home plate at 2 a.m.
Oh
like,
my god.
Peels, I know you guys are still open. I just want one more drink and then I'll go home. Yeah, no, it was like 6:30, which made it even worse. And you're older.
Before people judge you for drinking Bud Light a year ago, Mike's Hard Lemonade was like sort of like the super beta drink. And we were in a loud bar one time. I just turned 21. And I was like, he's like, I'll help you. I was like, Bud Light. He's like, all right, what about your buddy? He's like, yeah, Mike's Hard. He's like, what? Mike's Hard? Like, you know, like
That Boston
gave him a Marjo earth-shattering eye roll. Like, you're gonna come up to me and order a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Like,
Well, Zima, you could have got Zima.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the first time I got drunk was
I
at Mike's
drank
Hard
both of
Lemonade.
those.
But when I would bartend too, like I do like the people, like, it was always so funny to me how specific of like a trashy drink you cared about. Where like people, I was like, there'd be pool leagues, and then people would be like, yeah, I want a twisted tea raspberry. I'm like, yeah, we have half and half. They're like, oh my god, really?
Like, how do
And
you
you're
not
like,
have the
you-
there's 14 flavors of Twisted Tea
I have
at
a
this
gut
point.
feeling you'll take the half and half if you want booze, right? They're like, nah. Yeah, no, I only drink twisted tea raspberry. You're like, okay, yeah, sure. I'll get right on ordering cases.
I'll put some Chambord in
Yeah,
that. For
I'll just
you.
order cases for you. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna drink all of them too. Sure.
So funny.
My grandmother used to drink Manhattans straight up with a cherry, and she used to let me try them. And this sort of smells like
Well, it says
that
like,
doesn't
like
have the
booze.
same
it
This-
says it has
got it
like
over here.
cherry. I think it
this
says
says
like.
whiskey alternative. That's very thoughtful of you, by the way.
It
Nick
is very
Teti.
Well, you have to
Slater
christen.
hasn't drank for almost 3 years, right?
Yeah, and now he's
Yeah.
gonna.
Listen, mornings like today, I wish I was on Slater's
I know.
page.
Imagine going to like a rehab center and checking in and being in like a group circle and like some dude's like, yeah, I drank a fifth last night. I laid on the train tracks, but a train didn't come. And Slater's like, this guest one time on a podcast brought me a non-alcoholic whiskey.
It triggered me.
And I just can't stop drinking it. And they're like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say
Dude,
did you say non-alcoholic whiskey? And he's like, yeah, but I like now I drink like 7 Cokes a day because of it. And
Well,
like,
that's the thing is that's how
like-
his personality is. Like when you quit drinking, you were doing a crap ton of NAs.
I was drinking 9
Yeah, but
non-alcoholics a night, dude. I'm not joking. I was having 9 athletics a night.
But I was gonna say non-alcoholic beers taste good.
I
do
know,
now.
but
I
I was just so habitual with it, dude. Because I was good for a 12-pack a night, years ago, and like I know, like Coors Light could say water's already alcohol in that. It's like,
Yeah,
of
you
course
drink-
it's alcohol in it.
I would think like I like Busch Light, but
Yeah.
after like again, I've worked at liquor stores and stuff, and guys every day would bring in an empty 30 of Paps, not to redemption because they're above that. They would just put it on the counter, and you knew like, okay, I'll give you your 150 off,
Yeah.
and then they put a fresh pack on, and then the next day they brought that pack back in, and I was like, I like beverages, but like 30 seems like actually like exercise. Like you're almost like, I got 14 more.
That's a long day.
Like they expect me to bring in an empty 30 pack tomorrow. Like I got 14 more. Like I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
So
But like,
But I
how
gotta
else
do
can I
it.
drink these? Like, I guess I'll shotgun these 3. All right, now I'm at 19 more. I got 11 more like PBRs to drink before tomorrow. Like this is actually tiring. Like this is exhausting. But the non-alcoholic beers taste good now.
Yeah,
they
now they
do.
do.
Like Guinness actually
Athletic.
tastes like Guinness.
Yeah, I had
Guinness tastes
during
like
Parch
Guinness.
March. Yeah, I take the Heineken's good. We like the Heineken. We like the Corona.
Corona tastes like Corona. I've tried Corona.
Yeah.
Dude, Corona's amazing.
That's why I was excited about
Corona
this because
is amazing.
I wanted to be like, I want to know what that tastes like.
I don't think it tastes like real whiskey. It doesn't have the same.
it tastes like there's definitely it's watery, but
Yeah.
but like
The guy at the liquor store said if you do a shot of it, it's not gonna hit you like the whiskey like feel. But he goes, if you make a mixed drink, it tricks you.
Yeah.
And I was like,
the mocktails
Alright.
are great. Even a green cold O'Doul's.
an old school O'Doul's.
I swear to God, dude. I was at Eastside.
Shout out to
when I was
Eastside
when
Pizza.
Eastside Pizza.
Sponsor us.
When I was doing a dry January, and they gave the waitress gave me the coldest green O'Doul's I have ever had, and I just wanted the taste of beer so bad that I mean it was like it was just like right down.
Slater's a big beer temperature guy, as is
Yeah.
my good friend.
So
He will only go to
cold?
one specific
Yeah.
package store because he thinks that they have the coldest Miller Lite in the
But you
entire
can put it
city.
in the fridge, right?
That's what I said.
I don't know. Maybe I'm.
But
not.
if you're having it, if you're cracking it open fresh from the store, that's
yeah, like right when you walk through,
yeah.
like you paid for it, and you're like, I'll wait till I get outside.
Yeah.
You guys.
I'll
are
wait
cool.
till I get to the car wash.
I'll wait till I get in the car to crack it. It's fine.
I'm just kidding. We don't encourage.
It's fine. I'll wait. You don't have to judge me yet.
I had 930 racks stacked in the garage during COVID because I got fooled.
Oh, actual
And he
beer or
went to-
non-alcoholic?
yeah, no.
Oh, this is
Oh,
back when he
you're-
was
oh,
drinking.
okay.
I think he sent me a photo, and he was embarrassed about how much he wanted to buy. I had no shame when I heard during COVID that they were
Yeah.
alleged, because like in some states, I think they close liquor stores or something. I mean, I went through the grocery store and had handles of Kettle One, bottles of wine. I had no shame. Slater went to a bunch of different stores because
Yeah,
he
and
didn't.
like, if I
he was
go-
embarrassed. I would have gone to one store and bought 10 30 packs and not
I can't
care.
go back to them again. I mean, I feel like
No,
those
Dude,
are
I-
fine.
He used to
One day.
rotate his package stores
Yeah.
because he was embarrassed. And to me, I'm like, I don't care. Like, I
was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I never even know. Like, I walk in
Well,
to a liquor store and then I start thinking, what's gonna taste good this week? Like, I mean, I'll always drink a Busch Light and stuff, but
I was
like,
just gonna say.
I will like go in and be like, is there like a new tequila to try? And then I walk around, and then I feel like I'm the person where like even the people at the store are like, are you good? Like, you know, it's just sell. Like, why are you still here, walking every aisle? I look at wines. I don't know anything about wines, but I'm like, that bottle looks like it has a cool picture.
I'm gonna guess, Teti, that you are a guy who takes a long time to make a decision. I'm just gonna throw it. I mean, we've known each other a long time, but still.
Yeah, it's
a tough.
I like to think like it's like tortoisey. Like like if I have to move quickly, I can, but I save all the energy up for like the really important
that's
stuff.
survival.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Yeah.
I joke lately, like every time I try to be like an adult and be like, okay, 1:15, I'll get here at this time. I will leave and be like, I didn't bring this. And I'll be like, no, I gotta go back. Like anytime there was a period of DJing weddings where I would set up and I would be like, it seems okay now, but what didn't I do yet? Like one time I forgot socks. And I think it was before like you could pull off like shoeless dress shoes with socks. And I was DJing and I like get almost to Berkshire Hills and I was like, I don't have socks. And I was like, I was going to be early. I swear this time.
So
I had to
funny.
go back and get socks and then go back again. And it's like I just always things where I'm like, if I'm ahead of it, it's almost like I'm evening out the universe. Like if I'm like really on time and I'm like, no, something must be wrong. Like there's not, like if I leave, like, and I think I leave like at the perfect time to get to work, like at a good time.
Something sets you back.
Like one of the dogs barfs on a bed, and I'm like, well, I guess I can't leave that because someone else is sleeping in it tonight. So I guess I got to change sheets real quick.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, yes, today's the day I leave. Right when I should. Oh,
Slater's
did you
chronically
just
late also.
take a shit on the floor? Cool.
And I'm the late type of person that I will not give up my morning routine. So if I'm late, I will go still get a cup. I'll still get my coffee and stuff. And
Now, if I'm late,
I'm not gonna be like
flying out the door, throwing on
Yeah,
a
no.
hat,
I
no
don't-
makeup, like just
I
showing
don't
up
have
to
a
work.
routine, and I genuinely don't try to do it.
Yeah.
And it just turns into being like, oh no, I only thought that took 7 minutes to do, and now that took like 22 minutes, and now I'm like, well, wait, it's already
know somebody else like you.
11:42. Like, why? Wait, I thought it would be like 11:17 right now.
Yeah.
I don't have a routine. It's there's no routine that throws it off. It is me thinking I can be like, no, if I leave at like 1:10, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh, I'll be like, why are these people just driving regular?
You're
Get out of
40-something
my
years
way.
old. You don't know that about yourself by now?
No, I do. It's I don't it's yeah.
What time
I
you gonna
know.
get to the firehouse?
People usually get there between like 6:30ish and 7.
In the morning?
Yeah.
What time does the shift actually start?
7:45
Got you.
Oh, and what time
for
do you get there?
contract purposes.
Gotcha.
I'm probably sadly like a 6:45ish type person.
Yeah.
So you
Not
just-
on purpose. It's not because I have a cool routine. It's literally like I think today's the day. At 6:35 Nick shows up, and then I'm like, today's not the day. Today I'll try it again next time. I really will try it again.
Yeah.
But I get like it's weird. Like I like my dogs are a little older now, so like I have work guilt. Not like,
Totally.
but I'll be gone
You've
for
had
24
that.
hours, and then
Yeah.
I'll be like, all right, like get them out of the house, like
Yeah.
feed them, like okay, get them out, and like sometimes they know they're like, oh, you're gonna be gone for a day, aren't you? I can see what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You're putting on Bluey on the TV. I know what's happening. I'm like, oh yeah, you gotta get upstairs. You gotta go upstairs. They're like, no, you know what I could do? I could barf right now. And I'm like, yeah, you could.
Do you like
Yeah,
the
you could.
24-hour shift?
Yeah, once you get used to it, it's awesome.
Yeah,
'Cause I
because
can do
not all
stuff, like-
firefighters have 24-hour, right?
Yeah, I don't know when it comes to full time, if there's differences. I mean, everyone I know that's like a full time, not where I am, like, is 24-hour shifts.
What do you mean in like different cities? It's not 24 hours?
Like, as far as I know, I know like before we went to 24, they did 10s and 14s,
Right.
and they would have like, I think it would be like you do a 10-hour day, the next day you do a 10-hour day, then you'd like flip to the night, and then you'd have your days off.
Yeah.
But as far as like I know of most routines, it's like maybe some places do 48, but I don't know.
That seems dangerous.
It can be if you get something like
That's what
that
I mean.
day. And
Like,
you're
I always think that about doctors when they work 24-hour shifts. Like, my sister-in-law is an OBGYN. I'm like, she is useless when she doesn't have sleep. Like, useless.
What if there's a fire at 6:45? Okay, no, what's shift change? 7:45? So no, when does the job actually start? Your shift.
no, like as soon as
7:45, I think,
Yeah.
right?
no, it's not like we sit around and wait. Like as soon as
But, all right.
everyone's relieved, like
All right, well,
you start your daily.
7:30, a massive fire
routine.
breaks out. Who goes?
We would all be there by 7:30. So
So
like
the
the
new
group
crew would go.
in the morning, if you're talking the new group. I mean, like the 6:45 would be the weirder time because then it'd be.
All
Like,
right,
but
all right.
everyone would probably.
I'm looking
go.
for the weird time. That's what
Everyone
I'm
would just probably hop
Yeah,
on
yeah,
if it said
yeah,
like.
How many people
structure
can
fire.
ride on a fire truck? Is that a
I
dumb
mean,
question?
It's kind of like a clown. Like if you need people to fit. I mean, it's theoretically.
Who's stuck next to you, Teti?
Theoretically, 4 on an engine. There's 4 seats. I mean,
Okay.
I don't think it's legal to stuff people in, but
Right.
I mean, if there was like a structure fire and there was firefighters.
So,
Like-
like,
like,
standard, there's 4 people.
There's probably
on
going to be no one that's like, putting their gear away and that like comes in and goes over the tones like confirmed like from 7 call,
Yeah.
and they're not going to be like, have fun guys. I'll see you guys in fun. Like everyone's going to be like, oh, like get into this or,
Yeah.
maybe they take a service truck or something, but
Do you sleep in the same bed every time?
I sleep in a recliner.
Oh yeah.
So on brand.
I know. I don't know. I sleep in a back room on a recliner. I don't sleep in the beds.
Do you sleep?
I mean, like if it was, I got cozy in a recliner once. Like when I was with another guy at an outlying station, like the smaller stations where it's just 2 firefighters and an officer. The senior man gets kind of like the back room at night if he wants to watch TV and so I would watch TV in like the kitchen. And there'd be like a recliner there, and if you fall asleep,
There's fire stations that only have 2 firefighters and an officer.
Yeah,
all of them, but headquarters.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
2 firefighters and an officer, and then headquarters it could be at minimum it's 4 firefighters, but it could be more.
I didn't know that.
And one officer.
Do you want a station with a lot of action, or you want like a more less call one?
I mean, I feel like overall it equals out. You know, like you can say like one station's just super dead, but it's all. I feel like it all equals. Like there's no rhyme or reason. Like one day you can go into work and shit starts right away, and you do 11 calls, and you could be at the that's like the quiet place, but it's not. You know, it's like we did more calls than headquarters today. But
do you prefer to drive, or you want to ride? And like, do you prefer to?
I enjoy.
Like, do you like driving the truck, or?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's not like.
I mean, doesn't every little boy want to drive a fire truck?
I was gonna say, do you like popping on lights and the sirens and stuff? Like, you still like that, right? I mean, I think firefighters like to diminish how much they like that.
No, I mean it's
you
definitely.
probably get used to it.
I mean,
you do get used to it. I mean, like I remember when I first started, I didn't really. I knew there was like different tones, but I wasn't like I didn't grow up like my dad wasn't a firefighter,
right.
Stuff like that. So it's like. Okay, like I think I'm a logical person or common, and like a tone would go off and you just immediately get up and it's like, that's not yours. And you're like, oh, okay.
So,
like
explain what a tone is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's not just like you guys aren't like, you don't answer the phone. You're
it's like,
hi, Pittsfield Fire.
No.
Oh, okay, so fire
that would be your job if you were a fire. Your job would be to answer the phone.
Well,
I always wanted to be a dispatch.
Hello?
A dispatch. Pittsfield Fire. Where's your fire?
Hi, Brian Slater. Oh, that sounds horrible. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
We all have speakers at every state, so you hear every call throughout the day.
Yeah.
You hear like all the ambulance calls and all ours. So even though I'd be at headquarters, like if Engine 5 goes on a call, they have a different like sound.
Got you.
So they have a sound, and if it's your station, it's a sound followed by like a beep, and like if it's your state, like the lights will go on at night.
Yeah.
So I didn't like recognize like different sound. Like that was the least thing I cared. Like when I first got hired, I was like, I hope I don't kill anyone today. I hope I grab the right thing. Or
that's a big. I would feel the same way.
I remember like the first time, like my first shift, there was a car accident. Like a car hit a tree on like Wacona Street. And it was like car into a tree, and it's like 2 a.m. And I'm like, I get on the engine, and I'm like, oh my God, like car in a tree, like that could be on fire. Like who knows? So I put on like my Scott pack for air and all this stuff, and it's
to
like
respond to a car.
Yes.
Even I know that seems a little excessive.
It seems a bit a bit like not smart.
Well, was anyone telling you not to do that?
No, it's just one of those things. Probably they were like, normal people know, not idiots know what not to put a Scott pack. But I was like, well, what if it's on fire? Like in my head, I'm like, it could be on fire.
Yeah. Oh,
like, what if someone, like, you never know.
Yeah.
Like, this job's... And then you get there, and, like, the officer, like, looked at me. He's like, what are you doing? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, go take your pack off, you moron. I was like, I'm like,
maybe this is too much.
I'm like, you might be right. I don't need this. It's just a car. Okay.
It's a car
like
resting
no one's
against
even
a tree,
in it. Like,
do you see that happen with other new guys, like rookies as they come up, or was that just solely Nick Teti thing?
It's probably my stupidity mainly, but I think it's not like everyone that gets hired goes to college for the same thing and learns the same thing. It's like, you could have been a carpenter before and get hired at 26. Like I got hired at 34.
Older.
There's way older people that got hired than me.
Oh, really?
Someone got hired at 50 once.
What?
And not once. They're still there. But
I
they
thought
got
you
high.
like aged out.
No, well, we don't
I
have
thought that's why you never did it.
we don't have a 32
I was
rule.
told that I couldn't be a firefighter if I was 40. I think that's just because they didn't want me to go for it.
Yeah, hey, listen, if you
Like
can
he's
make
way
it,
too beta for this job.
Yeah.
If you-
They're like,
if you can make it-
bird legs want to be a firefighter? Don't you have a 30-inch waist?
you get to wear, the bunker
Yeah.
pants that can expand your leg.
I think I got bad information
Circumference.
because then they were like, no, you want to be a firefighter, you can be a firefighter. Because I wasted a lot of time in my 20s drinking and selling cars, and I should have been taking a civil service exam and stuff. But
Drinking and selling cars.
I mean, it's
But
only one. It's literally like one day every 2 years. You
Yeah.
could have just been like,
Yeah.
I won't sell a Miata today.
yeah,
I
was selling
I'll
Mazda
wait to-
Miatas. Yeah,
I'll wait to have a drink after the test.
Well, I was
And,
in- I was in radio. I got fired, and then it took me a while to get back into it. And then, so in the meantime, I was like in a garage band and like drinking and
you're like, oh, well.
Ripping heaters.
You're like, well,
yeah,
well,
I was smoking Marlboro lights and
You're like, we have a strict Wednesday practice rule. So,
Yeah,
like, if I get
yeah,
on, I might as well work
yeah.
Wednesday. That's you know where we're going? We're going places.
Yeah.
You know where we're going? This
Marble
garage
lights?
band is going garage to garage. And
Slater.
we're going to be something, somebody.
I know.
You smoking Marblights is so funny. We used to call them slut butts in high school.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just Marble Lights.
Marblights or slut butts.
Well,
yeah,
it's
because the slutty girls smoked them.
It was Camel Lights in high school, and then it was my buddy Dave smoked Camel non-filters.
Oh.
Like he was
So he
real.
cared.
He was a real man.
He was
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah,
not getting all the
yeah.
toxic stuff I want.
Yeah.
I want the non-filter heat going right down.
And his parents used to buy because they didn't have a ton of money. His parents used to buy the filter cigarettes and then cut the filters off. Oh yeah,
You're
oh,
lying.
Yeah. No, I swear to God, yeah. No, there was a thing. I walked in and his dad was like, "Hey, how are you?" He's like, cutting the.
He's prepping it.
He's
there.
that-
He was
getting ready.
prepping his Dorals or whatever.
He's like, these things are trash.
Yeah, and
Alcohols.
like, just ice, just straight iced coffee and non-filter cigarettes, and the heat was on 80.
Very
And
Ben
the-
Affleck.
Probably
Very
some-
Ben Affleck. The
Probably
iced
some-
coffee and the cigarettes.
Yeah. I mean, and they're just great people, though. Just great salt of the earth people. I mean, just working class, I don't know, good people. Good
Is it
stories,
true firefighters can't smoke cigarettes?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, we signed maybe it's when I got
Police
on,
too, I think.
When I got on, I had to sign a goodwill type contract thing that said I won't smoke any tobacco.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
So-
like Zins and stuff? Well, that's not.
Well, that's not
tobacco, right?
tobacco.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
nicotine. So
Gotcha.
I
All right.
think that's
Are you a Zin guy? You
technically
seem like a Zin
little-
guy.
Yeah, you look like a Zen guy.
no Zins are I like nicotine. I think is good for you.
we were
Theoretically,
talking
when you
about
listen
that.
to people like nicotine
yeah.
is like nicotine itself as
Yeah, we
a
were talking about
It's a
that.
stimulant.
a
Yeah, it's like a-
supplement without all the
Yes.
stuff that kills you is
You know-
actually not bad for you.
Right.
But- But
Rogan had a guy on talking about, or he was talking about how, like, I think he quit drinking too recently. Rogan.
well, yeah, but it's not. I never really saw him as like a drinker.
Me either.
Like
No?
if Bert Kreischer quit drinking,
Like
which
his buddies, like his crew, like definitely drinks.
I mean,
but
he
I
will-
don't
'cause
think
he-
Rogan was like the drinker of.
he just
Yeah,
said he
I don't
like
think he was
started the comedy club and he'd hang out there, so he'd have a couple drinks. I mean, I
Yeah.
think quit drinking to him is like, I don't have my 3 whiskeys at the end of the night
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah.
like twice a week. It's not like
Yeah.
he woke up and was like, ooh, punishment drink.
Yeah.
I'll have this punishment drink because I poured it last night, and I'm not gonna waste whiskey in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, might as well have it.
Because he was talking about a brain stimulant, nicotine being like a healthy brain stimulant, or in small doses, it not being like sort of being healthy for you. But I think the jury's out on that. I'm not sure, but I was sort of like I wanted to try Zyn. Like I just like the marketing of it.
I don't
I'm a
understand
sucker
what the
for
point.
marketing.
I don't understand what like so many of my friends are into it. I just don't understand what the point is.
It,
Like
I
what?
think, well,
But I never enjoyed a nicotine
I
Does
don't
it
buzz
get you
from
high?
cigarettes.
Yeah.
no, I
It
don't.
gives you a buzz, right? It's
Yeah, it gives you a buzz, but I don't know if like people that used to dip have the same like
Yeah.
but because I feel like chewing tobacco is probably way more aggressive than like a nicotine pouch.
Definitely.
Oh, you think so?
But I mean, you can get like there's some that are like there's one called like I think it's called Pablo, and it's like a 50 milligram pouch. That's like
What's a normal one? Like 3 or 5? They come in different ones, right?
3, 6,
Yeah.
9.
Oh yeah.
This one's a 50.
Was Theo talking about that? I thought
50 is like
yeah.
like gasoline, like just smelling
Yeah.
salts to your
Yeah.
to your throat. Like you're I mean, it's it gives you a little it I think it's like, oh, if you have that and you have a drink, I'm just like, oh, I got a buzz.
It's a
Like
nice little
instead of
combo. Maybe I'll try
instead
it.
of having like all these drinks is like one beverage and a pouch makes you like a little buzzed better or safer. I don't know.
Why do I think that a lot of firefighters drink? Is that like just anybody who drinks? Is that, or is it like, does that job, like the trauma? I think the trauma of that job is sort of
I don't know.
like how do you guys
We just have a
healthily
schedule. It's
decompress?
like sometimes my first day off of the week is a Monday. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone else, but our schedule is like you theoretically have a lot of more time to just be bored.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's like the normal 7 to 3 or 9 to 5 person. Just,
what are you doing when
Just
you're
like
not there?
every day.
That you train, right? What are you doing when you're not at the firehouse?
No, I mean training people out.
You are a personal trainer. Oh.
Yeah, I keep up with my certs. Yeah. I'm still certified trainer. But
Teti used to train people at Harvard.
Harvard Business School. Yeah, that's one of my
You
full
didn't
time
have to say
jobs
that
once.
part.
Well, yeah,
That's at Harvard.
I think Harvard.
Like, did you
will
train
get
Rivers
upset.
Cuomo from Weezer? Didn't he go?
Try
Rivers Cuomo
the
from Weezer?
business school had their own gym. Like the med school had their own gym.
Yeah.
The undergrads probably had. We were on the other side of the bridge by the football field.
Yeah.
And yeah, you train faculty, but it was cool because the gym was only allowed for faculty, staff, students, and the business school would do like these exec ed programs. So you would get like in the summer when all the students were gone, because they weren't really kids, they were like 25 to like 35.
Yeah.
And you would get like exec ed programs of, CEOs would come in, or they'd have like, I don't want to call them celebrity ones, but they would do some where it was maybe teaching famous people how to manage their money. Yeah, because
what famous people did you train? Give us the team.
I didn't train any famous people. They never wanted to. They used the gym, but like Tyra Banks was there when I was there. Once. Maria Sharapova when she was suspended from tennis for a while for using like a
PEDs?
substance. Yeah, it was
I didn't know that.
I think she was using like an inhaler, but they
She the one that got stabbed in the back.
you gotta
No,
get
that's
Jamie.
Monica
You can just be like,
Seles.
look it up, Jamie. Jamie, pull that up. Maria Sharapova.
I will.
Oh,
I
you're
got it.
Jamie.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
am.
Jamie, pull it up.
Jimmy,
Yeah,
pull it
I-
up.
What did Maria Sharapova get suspended for? I think it was something weird, but they suspended her for like a year, and she did like an exec ed program, and she runs on a treadmill in tennis outfits. I don't know
makes
what she does
sense.
now. This is a while ago.
She failed
In
the
her
drug
prime.
test. Meldonium.
Yeah,
Or mild narrate or something like that. I don't know. She got in trouble for doping, basically.
the real popular one, meldonium.
Yeah.
Like,
Such a funny sport to
if you look it up, they'll
use like PEDs in tennis.
Well, I think it was like literally an inhaler.
Yeah. I got
And-
kicked
and-
off the
and-
team. Why? Well, I was using PEDs. Yeah. What's your sport? Tennis.
Yeah, she got popped for an inhaler or
Yeah.
something.
So speaking of growth hormone, gigantism.
Yeah.
What?
It's
funny.
so
Speaking of
growth hormone.
Well, I looked it up before.
Gigantism.
I looked it up before I got here. Didn't. Yeah. Am I being accused of switching subjects too quickly?
No.
Did people think you had that when you were little?
Yeah, I got tested for it.
Yeah.
All right. So what? That's interesting to me. What does that look like?
Well, I don't know if I got tested for that or it was like they thought I was gonna be like a full girl, like shaving at like 9 years old, because I was literally like a mutant. Like I was.
How much did you weigh a lot when you were born? Were you big when you were an infant or no?
I mean, yeah, like maybe 5'1", 100. No, I did get stuck, and I have a scar. So I mean, I was bigger.
You got stuck in the birth canal?
I was bigger than my mom was able to initially probably get out, but they got me out. They used some tongs back then.
Clearly.
Yeah,
Clearly, they got you out.
I don't think C-section was a thing back then.
Yeah.
It was just like, sorry, we don't know why he's this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I was a kid, I was just
Big.
I joke about I played in PCBs a lot at Allendale.
Yeah.
Everyone else in my elementary school played at PCBs. And
Yeah. They
I
weren't
was
giant.
immune. Yeah, like when we played in like our basketball league.
Like how
when we were
much
not
bigger
supposed-
than the other kids were you?
I know because I've had to send pictures to people, so I have pictures of how mutant. Hold on, I am just like you can see like
Are they in your favorites? Do you just have them ready to go?
No. I have
What's
somewhere.
it's big about you? Like you're
I was like a full grown man. I wasn't like 5'3", like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, or like whatever, 5'9", 40 pounds. I was like, when I was like 12, I was like 6 feet tall, but like 207 pounds or something.
You were 6 feet tall when you were 12 years old?
Oh yeah. So this is me in 4th grade.
Oh my God, Teti!
Those kids.
You look like the teacher.
Those kids are.
Yeah, you
those
look like
kids
a
are in
teacher.
my grade.
Those kids are in my
Those kids
grade.
are in my grade.
Yeah.
They're normal 4th graders.
I know people who went
And,
to...
and
You literally look
I'm
like the
standing
You look
on
like
like
a teacher. Yeah.
I'm standing on like the lower bleacher, and they're like on upper bleacher, and yeah, like I used to. Well, I remember
You were in the back of every class photo.
No, well, I was talking like I remember when I was 12, our town had a child like serial killer on the loose. And
Oh, yeah. Louis
good old
Lent.
Louis Lent.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I was the same age as the girl that got away, Becca
Oh, yeah.
Savarese.
Yeah.
She was like going to like I think she went to St. Mark's or something.
She's the one who wiggled out of her backpack? Yeah.
And when that happened,
Yeah.
I was like in 6th grade, so I would have to walk to the bus stop. And I remember like after it happened, the whole like, okay, if you see a white van, like, don't go in anyone's van.
Yep.
And I would like, leave my house. Like as soon as I didn't see my house anymore, I would dead sprint to the bus stop. Like, and I look back in my head, I'm like, I wish I could go back and talk to 12-year-old Nick and wonder like, was I sprinting? Because like if the white van came in between people seeing me, would I just be like, all right. Yeah,
I'll get it.
like why was I wasting energy sprinting when I didn't see a
Especially
van?
because you probably weren't the target.
Well, no,
You
that's
looked
what I mean.
like an adult.
Like we bring it up, and I'm like, yeah, like people are like, you were probably like, if Louis saw you, he was probably like that guy's a narc. He's like clearly, he's
You're
clearly
undercover.
an undercover cop just standing at a bus stop, like I'm just waiting for the bus before school starts.
Like that movie where Drew
Like,
Barrymore goes back to high
yeah.
school and it's like so not believable she would be
Yeah,
back in
but
high
like
school.
I always just wondered, like, I was like, why was I running when I didn't even see a van? Like I would sprint and be like winded as I got to the bus stop and just like, I made it.
Yeah.
Louis didn't get me today. Today's a good day. But then I think back, like Nick, would 12-year-old just been like, if he just hit the van right near me, was just like, I need to find a dog. I'd be like, all right,
I'll get in and help you.
take a shirt off for a dog. Like, I'll get in. It's fine. What are we doing? Where's the dog? Do I need to how are we doing this? Like, is there a search party we're going to? What's going on?
It's funny
Like,
how
why
the
am I the
van-
only one in the van? Like, I don't understand.
It's funny how the white van sort of transcends time.
But he
too,
had a
'cause,
white
like,
van.
My son was like, Dad.
Slater didn't live here during the
The
Louis
guy
era.
had a white van, and I was like, not everyone with a van is a kidnapper, guys.
Right.
Like, but it's just funny how.
But in every movie,
But in
and
every
every like
movie,
story you hear, and
it's
he
a white
legitimate,
windowless van.
Yeah, and he legitimately had one.
Except the only van, like the A-Team, maybe their van.
I don't know.
Maybe it was Scooby Doo's van, like a chill van. But
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge
But
that.
yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
I
move
think
on.
most vans are either like burnouts or like you're like, what's that guy doing in the van? Like, why do they have a van? You know?
Hanging out in the van down
Yeah,
by the river.
I'm like, I was the Kevin McHale of like my like 9 to 12-year-old league. Like I was just like double knee braced, like just put my arms up. Like I had like a 2-inch vertical leap, but I could just rebound because other people guarding me went up to my belly button. And like I always wondered why no
So
adults
funny.
were ever like, we see your parents.
Are your
you're not
parents
gonna-
tall?
No, they're like 5'2" and 5'6".
You're lying.
Yeah. Seriously? Do you have any siblings?
I have a sister.
Is
She's
she tall?
maybe 5'7". I don't know if that's considered.
I mean, that's
super
a little
tall.
tall
5'8"
for a
maybe?
woman. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So, I
like,
mean, I'm 5'6".
When they're testing for gigantism, what are they testing for? What
I used to have to just go get blood tests and like.
But what are they
Worcester, I
looking?
think.
What marker are they looking for?
Probably a chromosome or something. I don't know what marker it was. I was like, I was in 1st grade or 2nd grade. I have to go get blood test. I mean, maybe it was more like testing my thyroid. Maybe if
Yeah,
that's
something
like.
that.
Did you like being bigger than the rest of the kids?
Do you? I mean, I know no other way. I only know the way
I
of
know,
being.
but
You're like Buddy the Elf.
I
You don't
only-
know.
I only
That's
know
just
how to be-
normal.
I just didn't know if
Yeah.
you felt that as an advantage. Like I used to play, when we were growing up as teenagers, like a buddy of mine was always big and really athletic, played hockey and stuff, and he knew it, he loved it. you know?
Oh no, I mean, I was really like. It's not that I didn't know I was way bigger than everyone, but like I don't know if I don't know if I translated it as well than or as other people could have
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
adolescent sports. Like I just was like, oh, I'm good. Like my friends would be like, yeah, we would like, you like wrestle like roughhouse when you're kids. Like, yeah, then Teti would just like squeeze me, but think he was playing, and I was like,
you're like Lenny from A Mice and Men.
Like,
you
I
killed
just
the
want,
mice.
I just want to pet the rabbits.
Right,
Like, I'm just
or
like,
rabbits. That's what it
we're
was.
having,
And I take it and I pet it.
yeah. Well, like I'm just like, oh, we're having fun, aren't we? And people are like, no, I can't breathe. This is not fun. This is not a good time.
That's funny.
Like and then I remember like when I was at UMass, one of my friends was in an anatomy class, and one day she was like staring at me. I was like, what are you? Like, why are you looking at me like that? And she's like, your eye bones. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? Like, she's like,
your eye bones?
She's like, you have Cro-Magnon bones. I've never seen this in a human before. I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, look at how your bones are like everyone else. Like, if you touch your eyes, like most people have like just to eyebrow. Mine have like a bone, and then it's like eyebrow. And I was like, cool, thanks. Like, I appreciate that.
Thanks for unlocking this insecurity.
Yeah, so like... That's that's gonna make me talk to more girls. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So like I'm even different. Okay. No, I never thought like I wish like an adult like was like, hey man, I know the coaches are treating you like Shaquille O'Neal,
but you're not.
But I mean, like you're looking at 6'1", 6'2" at the bat. Like you really, I mean, you hit your potential if you're 6'1", 6'2".
Right, yeah.
And like,
how tall were you when you graduated high school? Same height you are now?
Yeah. I was this tall, probably in
You're
8th grade.
6'2" now?
Yeah. And and so like I wish there was like an adult that didn't care about winning adolescent sports enough to be like, basketball's like fun and all, but like, at some point,
you're not going to the NBA.
You're not going to be. You can't not jump and have double knee braces when you're 18 and in high school basketball and be athletic. You're just going to be taking charges up the middle from people that are athletic. Just stand there, Nick. Okay.
When did you start shaving?
Normal. Like I still don't like if I shave. Like I won't really have to shave for a couple 16. When you thought like if you shaved more, it would just.
Yeah, that's a myth.
I would have like a goatee. If I just keep doing it.
Yeah.
But 16 probably. Like
I wanted facial hair. Like I remember it was so bad when I was in like high school and stuff because it was always the guys that had the facial hair early or whatever. Like I was,
I always thought that was weird.
Trying to work on my sideburns, Like, but so like firefighters with facial hair, like you can't have a beard in that job.
No, I mean,
and tell us why.
The seal on your mask, I'm sure you could still make a seal, but you try to get that airtight. So if you have a beard, theoretically, you're not really sealing the part of your face that you don't want to be sucking in smoke. You want to be sucking in clean air from a bottle.
And that's why so many firefighters have mustaches, because there's no blocking element there, right?
Maybe there is a.
I thought that
there is an old rule. I believe the history of a mustache in firefighting is because it would like block like all the stuff coming out of your nose. But if you were in a fire, it would like prevent you from just eating it all. Like it was kind of like your filter. It was kind of like your dam, or like your.
I was gonna pull up a picture of Teti with a beard.
I used to have a big red beard. I was like,
it was the kind of beard that I hate, Slater.
The Leif Erikson beard.
It was like
the Iceland.
But it grows in like orange.
Yes.
So it's very gingery.
The
so it's
Viking
like
beard.
Ryan, can we put these up on the screen? I mean, I know not right now, but like in. Okay, cool.
Because I went one year Halloween for the I forget his name in Game of Thrones, but he's the one that does like Scott's lawn care commercials now. That was one of the Vikings, and at one point in there, and that was probably like 2 years of just not shaving.
This is also one of my favorite pictures of Nick Teti of all time because he's holding an umbrella over me while I'm golfing, and there's no rain. But look at that beard.
Well, that's when I was.
Wow.
That's when I was.
Doesn't even look like you.
What do you mean? We're gonna pull it up for the audience.
That's when I was. I think I was trying to be Bentley that day.
Yes, that's right.
I was treating Marjo like P. Diddy. Which is now not aged well, but I was before.
Do you remember that dude who used to follow Diddy around with the umbrella? Farnsworth Bentley. He was like his assistant or whatever.
Chappelle had like a skit of him, like once where he's like nap. and he just falls over. He's just like, but now Bentley makes more sense now that I have learned more about P. Diddy.
Yes, but you were following me around with an umbrella.
I was getting a haircut today, and the guy was like, "Did you hear that Trump was going to pardon Diddy?" I'm like, first of all, I don't think that he's going to do that. But it is making headlines.
The trial's still going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, I think that Cassie was sending text messages, like, saying that she was okay with, unless Bill Maher was joking. He was saying that she was sending text messages to P. Diddy being like, you know, like, I love to freak off, or let's freak off tonight or something. Which sucks because.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure some people would argue.
Trapped,
I'm sure some people would argue that was a kind of like a, not Stockholm syndrome. That's not what I mean, but like where you start to believe whatever your captor, so to say, is telling you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. I'd like to think if I was famous that maybe part of me would be like, I go to one party and then just be like, this, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like for like all the people they say like may have,
like
he may have
but
stuff
it's not
on
like his
them
white party. This was happening like out in the open. Like this was like behind closed doors, right? I mean,
I think so. Yeah.
I'm assuming you talk about it.
I don't think this was like.
How
come J-Lo hasn't said anything? Has she said anything?
I don't think so. I mean, what's she gonna say?
I don't know.
I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
I wouldn't.
She ain't saying shit.
No.
I mean,
it's. I wish it was on TV, but I don't think in federal court you can.
Yeah.
When's the last trial? Johnny Depp, was that the last like high profile trial that was on TV?
Oh God, that was like
Karen Read's on right now.
Dude,
She's
people
not
are
famous.
obsessed with Karen Read, huh?
Are you?
What?
You're obsessed with Karen Read?
No, people are.
Oh, people are.
Yeah,
My
mother's
obsessed
obsessed with
She
Karen
watches it like she has that going live on.
Dude, there's
YouTube
yard
during
signs
the day.
that say "Free Karen Read." There's like a billboard, like.
It's. I mean, you watched the documentary from the first trial?
We haven't yet.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did. Yeah, me and my mother. Yeah, she's so into it. She's from the Boston area.
It's interesting because like the documentary, you're like, if you you watch enough crime docs at a certain point, you're like, oh yeah, they definitely killed that person or whatever.
Yeah.
This one was like one day I'd be like, I mean, she could have ran him over, and then like you're like, well, the cops are really like, it's really weird. I golfed with a buddy from college of mine the other day who's like defense lawyer in Boston, and I was like, you watch that? And he's like, yeah. He goes, I don't know how they could convict her beyond like he goes, it's really weird. Like,
well, that's
there's
the
a
thing.
lot of weird stuff. Like if you follow it, like the judge is super weird. Like the videos are hilarious.
This
like,
is the second trial, correct?
Yeah,
the first one was
hung jury.
hung jury.
Like the judge like eye rolls and like always like when they object, like the prosecution objects, she always is like, sustain, and then like never the defense of always like if they object, she's always like, nah, continue. Like it's just weird from a standpoint of, I guess like if I was a firefighter in that situation, like, well, I am, but if I was like in a home and then like someone was dead in my yard and in the morning the fire department was there, I'd probably be like, oh, what's Kevin doing? And I'd be like, oh my God, there's a dead person in the yard?
Right.
Like, what's happening?
So
like,
people's reactions to it were weird? Is that
they didn't come out of their house.
Yeah.
That's weird to me. Like,
that is weird.
Like,
see, I don't even know I don't know any of these details at all.
The guy died in their yard, and the house
and she called him like 50 times or something. They were all drinking.
She called the dead guy 50 times?
Yeah.
Well, there's like,
where are you? Where are you? Where are you? How come because she dropped him off because
I've woken up and looked at my call log sometimes and not.
Yeah, but it just even like if you don't know the story, I'm like, as like I'd be like, I feel like if I was a cop, I'd go outside and be like, like what? Oh my, like this happened in my yard. Like my yard is a murder scene right now.
Yeah,
like or they like go to the door. They go to the door and be like, hey man, I just gotta let you know, like there's a dude in the yard.
Well, it was
not
winter,
alive.
It was winter
and we might have to look around your house just because it's your yard. And like they didn't.
So they're saying that she hit this guy with her car and then just went inside and left him.
Backed in.
And then he basically died in the road and
died in the yard.
Yeah, in the yard. But like,
and this was a guy she was sleeping with, or no?
It was a cop.
It was like her boyfriend.
It was her boyfriend.
It was her boyfriend.
It was a Boston cop.
Yeah, and
the DA from Berkshire thinks that she's guilty.
Really?
Yeah. I saw
Slater speaking on the DA's behalf.
Yeah.
Oh, is that an official press release?
Sorry, Tim.
Press release. Yeah.
Press release.
No, it was a comment on Facebook.
I mean, I like.
I think that's what he said.
That's way more legit. It was a comment on Facebook.
That's his name.
Slater's like, I saw a bunch of pray hands, so I just started like, I don't even know what I was praying for. I just saw like,
no, it said hit him with a car, guilty or something like that.
well, I don't. She's like being charged with like second-degree murder, which I think is like more aggressive than accidentally hitting someone and like driving away.
Like vehicular manslaughter or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it was an accident, but you did
like
it.
I think her original she's like, you go to jail 30 years. Like I think vehicular homicide is like 2 years.
Yeah.
And so I just don't know how like you can prove like she purposely like
had intent to do that. Yeah.
And then
and left him for dead.
yeah. So even if she might have hit him, how do you
but
get
there's like
second?
scratches on his arms from the dog or something.
Yeah, and then they got rid of the
inside.
dog like 6 or 3 months later.
And then the
like,
cop got fired or something. It's
they
about-
I gotta watch. I gotta watch.
I'm
a
gonna
documentary
say
about this.
if I had to choose, like right now, I would say she's probably more guilty than non-guilty. Just the feeling I get.
It's really it's like one of those like I don't know how much of a hometown thing Canton is or how close knit.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like I don't know if Canton's. I mean, I've been to Canton. I just don't know if it's like more of a Boston where you're like, yeah, there's so many.
South Shore,
We don't know everyone's name, but like
Yeah.
in Canton, it's like everyone grew up in Canton. Like they, everyone that was a cop always was from Canton, and so you got to protect. But the other weird thing is like they're not technically on trial for. But it makes it seem like, it's like they act like they're defending like their innocence, even though they're not being put on trial for
the police officers.
Yeah, it's just like what I mean. It's just like it's like the
I'm
judge.
gonna have to deep dive into
the judge is like
this
friends with them.
is sort of up your alley.
Yeah, the judge is like friends with the cops involved. Like,
that seems a little.
Yeah, and then they have the same judge.
Conflict of interest.
I don't know. It's just
Wait, it's the same judge?
Yeah.
How? What?
It's the same judge.
It's the same judge.
Yeah.
I didn't even think that was.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but it's the same judge.
That's
The
wild.
poor jury duty. They only get so in Mass you only get $50 a day for jury duty.
I know.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's so nice in Massachusetts.
And if you have to,
Yeah, California it's like $9 a day or something. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They don't-
But $50 a day is not even minimum wage.
yeah. I know.
Like, and they probably, because of this trial, they probably have to like stay in a hotel
sequestered
together.
Like when
Like-
Jess in New Girl gets sequestered.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was thinking the show Jury Duty.
Oh,
Or
okay.
no, what was it Jury Duty? The
Oh,
one
I
with,
know what you're talking about.
James Marston
Yes.
pretended to be a juror.
Yes.
And they had like just one dude that didn't know it was
Yes.
all a sham.
It was almost like Truman Show-esque.
Yeah.
Like the guy had no
I
idea
always
it was
wanted
fake.
to be on jury duty. I never got.
I've gotten called one time, but it was a DUI from a local restaurant. I was bartending at the time, and I knew the family who owned the restaurant, so they're like, "Yeah, get out of here."
I got put on one and I was like 20 and they get their picks, like before.
Right.
And they were just like, number 72, you're out. And I was just probably like, yeah, they probably looked at me and were like, this guy.
Especially
like this,
at 20 years
this
old.
20, yeah, this 20-year-old's going to decide this person's future. No.
Yeah.
You used to be a substitute teacher at PHS too. Dude, weren't you on TV? Didn't they film a reality show at PHS?
Yes, they did.
Do you remember this? I
remember
don't
the
think you were
show
living here.
Made?
Made, that's what it was.
They did.
It was on MTV. Like, I want to be
Yeah.
I want to be a Broadway singer or something like that, and they help you.
Forget what year it was. Maybe like 2010-ish. The PHS cheerleading team was like really good. Like they would go to Florida and stuff. Like their coach was like I was scared of their coach. Like we would have like basketball practice like before them, and I'd just be like, okay, guys, let's. They come in like roll out of the mats, like she was ready to go, and the girls' soccer team thought there was like auditions happening somewhere, like just the cold, like when Real World used to do that, go to college campuses and you like wait 14 hours to get on camera to say 3 things,
Right.
And the girls' soccer team thought it'd be fun to say they could get made into cheerleaders, and they actually got picked. And so
This was like a reality show on MTV.
an episode
Yeah.
for MTV where they trained the soccer team to do like
I distinctly
a
remember this,
routine,
yeah.
and then at halftime of
We watched
a
it at
basketball
Teddy's
game
when it premiered.
At halftime of a basketball game, they did their routine, and then the PHS girls actual cheerleading team did a routine, and then it was I think it was the whole purpose was can you actually make people into whatever
something.
they want to be if you actually have
But you were on camera.
Yeah, because I was like when I worked there, I would always host the pep rallies the only reason I DJ is because of that school, because
Yeah.
they used to have the stuff, and they, instead of paying a DJ for like a dance that's like a fundraiser,
Right. They
where
would
like
just
you
have
pay
Nick Teti do it.
$800 or some DJ, and you're like, we made minus $100 today for our junior class fundraiser.
Yeah.
I just had a laptop, and I was like 23, so I had songs that were relevant, I guess.
Yeah.
And I would just make playlists on winning.
That's all you need these days is a laptop and
And-
some speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's changed so much. When I was first DJ weddings, I used to go in there with a laundry basket full of CDs.
Oh no, I'm a phony compared to like an
Yeah.
old, like, you know, like a hardened DJ of the 70s and 80s
Yeah.
with records, and it's like
Yeah.
I just download stuff on my computer, or even like if it's because no wedding today is just we get married at a church.
Yeah.
And then at
Yeah,
4:30, the reception, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm going to need you on this mountain at 11.
Yep.
And you're going to have to play music here. Oh,
Yep.
no, there's no plugs. Like, you just have to, you're going to need a 900-foot extension cord.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
need a second location at like 2. That's where cocktail is.
Yeah.
And then from there, this is where we're going to actually do intros.
crazy.
That's a third look. And then the reception area is over here. And you're like, okay. Like,
Is it still on the dance floor like You Shook Me All Night Long, Pour Some Sugar on Me, Celebration by Kool and the Gang? Or is it like what songs, what is the craziest song you've seen sort of slip into the mix? Like any Kanye? Any Kanye weddings now?
I mean, I don't know about new Kanye with the do you hear his new song?
We did talk about it. Yeah.
I haven't heard
His new one?
I thought he said, "I'm sorry about the anti-Semitism." I thought
no, that was after.
Yeah.
no,
Like the hook is that's the hook of the
that's the
song.
hook of the song. Yeah.
What are
Like,
we
that's the hook of
doing?
Kanye's
How
song.
did we go from College Dropout to this?
I don't know.
I still listen to College Dropout
Yeah.
on like a pretty daily basis.
But
I don't know if I'm allowed to, but it's so good.
I might be more in like I think at this point I if certain people are getting married or certain age groups,
Yeah.
I know I can accommodate that pretty well.
Yeah.
But I don't promote it, you know, like I don't go to venues to try to book a summer
Right.
of
It's
weddings.
like mostly people who know you. Who
yeah,
ask you to
they'll
do
probably
it,
the
right?
last like 6 years.
Yeah.
If I'm doing a wedding, I either like a wedding coordinator knows me that's like, these people will be fun, or it's a group, like a friend or like someone that's in the wedding,
Yeah.
like they're a friend. And so it's usually people I'm
Familiar with
around
anyway.
or familiar with. And so,
Yeah.
but it's, I mean, yeah, like I think I have the songs that certain generation will, I know I can do that. And then it'll go theoretically okay. Or like, I don't know if a 23-year-old couple came up to me and were like, we would like to hire you as a DJ. I'd be like, it's gonna be a lot of prep work. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what 23-year-olds are doing.
Like, I don't know how. Like last year, I did my first Indian wedding.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
I didn't know that, but they were really fun. It was like a wedding coordinator that I've worked with that mentioned me, and I talked to him, and they seemed fun. And I mean, that was a lot, but that was like, I was just like going into it, I was like, I gotta be honest, I don't DJ much, like
Many Indian weddings?
stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need some songs.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it was great because like now, like I said, like there's no records, there's no like. She made like a Spotify playlist that I could
Yeah.
just download all this music, and then.
So are you bored there? Are you
But
on,
I didn't
are
know.
you on mic?
Well, that's also like like because I didn't know the song, so I'd be like, let's go with this one. And then I'd be like,
You weren't sure if it was the time to.
They're reacting kind of good, and then like you go to another one, you're like, I don't know if they like this one.
Yeah. Well, you can tell. There's probably
that's
nothing
what I
worse
mean.
than
I'll be
putting on a song on that
I'll be
dance
like,
floor empties.
oh God, oh no. I'm like, okay, go back to another. Oh, that one's not good either. Okay, I don't know, like, you know. And then they come up and like request a song and be like, spell it. I want to say I'm gonna know it, but
Well, that's it, I think.
yeah.
Good.
You're bored.
I'm glad it was a nice, smooth ending there. No, that's it.
Yeah, I know.
So okay, you're kicking me out. That's
No,
fine.
no, it's not. I the kids are getting off the bus, and I have to go. which is terrible. But listen,
all right.
dude, Nick Teti, everybody, I really appreciate the fake.
You know, I'm glad I could get you
Whiskey.
hooked to something. Now
Yeah.
you're going to be
There
on
Really?
a 9 Coke and alcohol-free whiskey.
He's going to be
treat.
putting that in his iced coffee in the morning.
Definitely.
It might taste delicious.
Probably.
Who
right from the
knows?
bottle. So Lynn of you.
That's what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah, that's good. Warm caramel, stone fruit, black peppercorn, prickly ash, toasted spices. This episode is being brought to you by Ritual Whiskey Alternative.
Yeah.
It's not. We wish
Well,
it was.
I appreciate having me on.
Yeah.
I'm glad,
Well, we want to have you back.
Come
I'm
again.
glad I could fill
Episode
in
2.
for all the high end people that couldn't make it today.
No, you were at the top of the list.
And,
Neil deGrasse
Slick.
Tyson was supposed to come in. I said, all right, I'm going to go with Firefighting Karen Read.
Yeah, I don't have fancy ice cream that I'm gonna make people or promoting. I wish I had something cool.
You didn't bring
to
an axe?
promote.
Yeah.
I don't have anything epic. So
Well, you gave us our first official drink, our first christening of the studio here. So
that's what I'm good for.
we appreciate it.
Grab bags and christenings.
I love it. You don't get to keep the bottle.
Yeah, it gets to keep them.
You should leave it here. Oh shit!
Don't get to keep the bottle. I'm like,
I want to say.
I gotta pee so bad.
oh.